Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Madden Legends and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Left! Baby! Gotta go.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, let's go.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kevin Green. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Alert. You good from across?
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Being chased out left. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
Show that bench release and go. Gotta go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Steve Young. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only two players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction. And there's the first carry of the game from Barry Sanders. His burst, his bounce, absolutely iconic. That guy moves in directions most people aren't able to do.
Career rushing yards are crazy, over 15,000, and the only player with 5 1,500-yard seasons. Just incredible. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC. I Ryan Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On second down, Young. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Young on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Young hitting Moss on third down, and the Madden legends are able to convert. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Steelers set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. So each quarterback with an interception here in what was a mistake-filled first quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is counter. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go. 44.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Young with the give to Sanders. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
2nd down, Young. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's free going down the left side. And he will have a touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Snickers, 66.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go. Green,
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. Broken tackle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had...
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Reggie White in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
No spacing. Go. Big.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And that'll be incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, no spacing. Hey! Double bump.
Here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And Sanders now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Steve Young and this Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go.
Young now. To the left side, completion to Rice. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. So we have reached halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Madden Legends heading back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Madden Legends first down, Young DeMoss.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the give, this is their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Here we go now.
1st and 10, Young. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athletic.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Barry Sanders, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Anderson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
Well, she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Monday. Hey!
On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Like 30. Big. Gotta go.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Jack 16. Middle. Quarter. Quarter. Kings.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Snickers, 66. Snickers, 66. Check three.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Lawrence Taylor coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Squirrel! Games. Hey!
Motion.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Urlacher in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Snickers, 66. Jack, 16.
154.
You good? You coming across?
You ain't got nothing.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Gotta go.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Derek Brooks in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. Back now in Pittsburgh as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Young. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Young now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Steve Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll throw again. Young over the middle. That's caught by Rice. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Jerry Rice, 27 yards. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Anderson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense.
He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 54 yards.
Double bump. You good? He coming across? Snickers, you got to spin.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ray Lewis in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Snickers, you got to spin. Eight.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
These 2. Snickers, 66.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Snickers, 66. Eight.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
defense.